Welcome to Journey Unto You. My name is Lorraine and I am your host. I am privileged to be here with you. On this platform, we explore all things autism and other subjects and needs within the community. I have shared my own personal journey and how it all got started. I do hope to encourage you and even get some question answered here on Journey Unto You. This platform is for anyone who has had autism on their path. So get comfortable, take a deep breath, and just listen in. There is hope. Welcome to Journey Unto You. My name is Lorraine, and I am your host. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's just dive right in. So, recently, I have been doing PRN work, which in the medical field, that means as needed, with ABA. And I'm going to be transparent and say that there are some days where my spirit is so distressed by the lack of parent training, by ABA as a whole, just dropping the ball. There are so many deficits within this arena of therapy. And so let me explain, because I don't want this to be a long podcast. I really want to get to the point. I am saddened by what seems to be a motivating factor, which is money. Two things. As I have been in this business for almost a few years now, I've seen two things that have stuck out to me more than any other thing, unfortunately. One, that ABA clinics and services are used as a glorified daycare center. Two, clinical directors making decisions that are unethical based on the dollar. Because it is a therapy service, we operate with insurance companies. Now, this isn't to say everybody, so this is not an everybody statement. I have not worked at every single clinic or in-home therapy or community-based environments, but I have seen some very unethical things, and it still continues on. Things that, because somebody has some alphabets behind their name, they're given this authority and this platform that somehow they're so super qualified to make decisions. And to some degree, yes, they have some training, right? They understand the science of ABA. But there's such a deficit in the human side that is distressing to my soul. And I'm going to put it just like that. Most of the time, RBTs and BCBAs deal with a large amount of poor behavior from children, more than actually being able to do the therapy itself. That is from, and I'm going to be transparent, poor parenting and lack thereof. And there's various reasons for that. There is such a need for parent training. I want parents to start taking back their authority. We live in a culture where parents are encouraged to do all this gentle stuff. There's a place for that, but in overall parenting, that is not a workable long-time philosophy. Neither is being very harsh. So where's the fine balance? We have enough resources out there now. Now, when I was coming up with my children, I was kind of, pioneering it. There weren't a lot of resources like there are now. So we've sort of given children this unspoken authority, lack of boundaries. Children with autism and neurodivergent, however you want to label it, that's a whole nother thing that I've kind of touched on as well. But we've given them this room to do whatever it is they want to do. And I am tired of seeing children run their households. Parents are overwhelmed. They're tired. And I understand feeling like dropping your child off at clinic and getting some time of respite. 1000% needed. But I've also seen parents send their child when they're sick, cover their sickness up with medication. This is very common within the business and, quite frankly, quite selfish. I've also seen clinical directors accept this behavior because they don't want to lose the money. What happens? We get the RBTs sick, we get BCBA sick, we get other children sick. You have all these kind of germs floating all over the clinic, and then we bring it home to our families because of selfishness. And I'm going to call it exactly what it is. I've also seen, as of late, clinical directors making decisions that are unethical and parents not even knowing it. I have seen and witnessed other RBTs telling me when I haven't been present things that have gone on and have been reported. What do we do about it? And when I say things that have gone on, I'm talking about putting children in inappropriate holds when it's not necessary and actually seeing children traumatized by this. I've seen RBTs quit because they've witnessed these types of things and nobody's doing anything about it. This is something in the ABA community that has got to stop. ABA in and of itself, the concept of ABA is supposed to be programs that empower the family, empower independence, giving skills to children that otherwise wouldn't get them. And it isn't to say that that I haven't seen victories, because I have. I've seen children come a long way. I have seen children start speaking when they weren't speaking a year ago. So we have to take the little progresses too. But I would be not being honest if I wasn't being truthful about my frustrations with ABA as a business. I don't believe that everybody's in it for the right reasons. Yeah, I said it. I would love to give more parent trainings than what I offer. I would like to see a room filled with parents who want to learn to do this better, who are tired of being overwhelmed, who are tired of letting their children run the house. Just because your child has autism doesn't mean the world revolves around them, or that they should be able to have a say over siblings and their boundaries and their peace. I have seen this time and time again. What is the point of therapy if we're just going to let our children come home and do whatever it is they want to do? And I may sound harsh, I may sound dogmatic, I may sound right to the point. We coddle parents way too much with this stuff. Everybody's situation is different. I can think of a client right now that is struggling very much so with services because they have a lot going on in their home. These are the exceptions to the rule, where we as providers take each person and their situation, and sometimes we just have to show grace for seasons. Absolutely. That is not what I am saying. It is, quite frankly, traumatizing to RBTs. That is why there is such a high turnover rate. RBTs are underpaid. Not all clinics. Some clinics are starting to understand that, yeah, we need to pay our RBTs a lot more than what we pay them if we want to keep them. This is hard work. It's direct work with the child. Some clinics have got to understand that, yeah, we need to invest in our RBTs. Let's offer more training at no cost or low cost. Investing in your clinics. Offering higher quality training for RBTs. There's a lot of young RBTs out there who would really benefit. And older RBTs too, but it's primarily become a field where there's a lot of younger people coming in and graduates who are just fresh out of college. I have met some wonderful young people who make me laugh and who are in it for the right reasons. Those are the stars that shine in this business. But I am tired of seeing RBTs quit, be mistreated, underpaid, can't make a living, working more than one job, not getting paid when there's cancellations. Clinical directors living very nice lives while their people suffer. Something has to change within this business. And it makes me want to be on the side of those who are against ABA. There are groups who are absolutely 1000% against ABA therapy. This would be one of the reasons why, or the several reasons why. It doesn't make my job fun or enjoyable or fulfilling when there's things that I see in programs that are being written for children that are not sensitive to the needs of that child. But at the same time, ABA the programs can be written in such a way where we are enabling poor behavior. Something has got to change within this industry. And I am not sitting here claiming that I know all the answers, because I don't. But you cannot expect for RBTs to continue in this mode of operation. RBTs get punched, bit, spit on, kicked, daily task refusals, emotionally very draining job. And we have clients that are very sweet, very just wonderful to work with, but there's still task refusal. And that is part of the job. But the scales and the balance are so way off in this line of work. And it makes me sad because ABA is a concept that I believe has good intentions. And that is to empower individuals with new skills that they wouldn't otherwise have. To be in this field, you really do have to be empathetic, but firm, allow for a lot of grace and looking through more than one lens at once. I've seen some RBTs have so much fun with what they do and just taking things, in stride. But I've also seen RBTs be very traumatized and quit right on the spot. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to comments. I'm open to being emailed about this. I am hoping to get some RBTs on here to speak that are not feeling like they can't speak. I think there is a fear there. I highly doubt I could get any BCBAs to speak up. I wish that I could. But the field is changing. And I am one of those individuals who truly does care. But I'm also tired of seeing things that are unethical and just strip and chip away at humanity. This population of individuals are so unique, and they can be so amazing, and they make me laugh when I'm working with them, and I've not seen one identical client yet, and I don't think I ever will. I've seen some children on the spectrum who are literally geniuses that fascinate me. And I've seen some parents really work with ABA, really do their part, but it's rare. It's unfortunate, but it's rare. I'd like to see more parents really step to the plate, really take therapy serious, and get more training. I know it's hard. I would like to see this not be a money-making business because it's unfortunately driving the beast behind it. And I don't really care about holding back on that because it's the truth. It's a problem. I'd like to see BCBAs get more training and not just become a BCBA because you have an alphabet behind your name. So that's it. That's what I've got. And I really wanted to put that out there because it is burning within my soul. Change must come. And I'm going to be praying for change and be that change myself. I don't want to walk away from ABA altogether because I really see the need for parent training and parent involvement. And while I love my fellow BCBAs, they can't do it all. They're not equipped to fully parent train. Some of them don't even have children themselves. There's more to it that goes into just an alphabet behind your name. It's really having a gift to do it. It's really having discernment and wisdom that does come from life experiences and has nothing to do with what type of college training you have. So everything, I end with this, everything that I'm saying is with love. And sometimes the truth has to be brought out in love. And it sounds harsh. It feels harsh. It feels like, well, I have something to say behind that. I encourage you to have something to say. Email me, comment, reach out. That's what this is about. Really exposing and making changes. How can I, as a parent, make a difference? I think we need more parent advocates. I think we need parents whose children are in ABA and who are taking it seriously and getting out there and helping other parents. Wouldn't that be something? So with that being said, again, you are loved, valued, and treasured. And this may not happen overnight, but the lid has got to get lifted off of this and exposed in order for real, true change to happen within the industry of ABA, which is a much needed resource. Once again, my name is Lorraine and I am your host. You are loved, valued, and treasured. And have a blessed rest of your day.
Now I've journeyed oh so far just to get right where you are. The root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. Though this cold road which I walk taught me to run to you, and you found me 'cause I was lost, but journey unto you. For all my battles you have fought, your word faithful and true. When it was comfort that I sought, my peace you did renew. Most of this cold road I walked, I was carried by you. Guide our talk and hearts and thoughts as we journey unto you. Jesus Christ, I thank you for all you brought me through. Help us to lead your children to journey unto you. And help us to lead all the children to journey unto you.